Hi! Welcome back. What do you like to do in the summer? Do you know what I like to do? Build sandcastles. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're working around the spawn area today. Spawn is close to the east teletower. This whole east section will become the summer area of the island. I thought it was rather appropriate considering that it's basically summertime in Canada right now. I'm just building a little pathway now that leads towards the docks, and this will become the main entrance to the castle. Just gotta throw up some walls and some pillars, and then things will start to take shape, and we can move on from there. We don't have access or the ability to make doors, so I'm gonna have to get a little bit creative here. I'm going to end up using one of the little cabinets that we have as decoration and storage to make it kind of look like there's a door that's supposed to be there. I'll also be using different colored tiles on the pathway to make it look more like wet sand. It's gonna look really cool. And now for everybody's favorite part, we get to go around and around and around with the dirt printer so we can finally get the final shape and structure of the sandcastle. Be right back. This might take a little while. There, we've got the shape pretty well done. We left some areas a little bit flatter so we can add some bridges, some extra towers if we want. But I'm pretty happy with how it's turning out so far. I can't wait to see as we progress. This will be the first of either 2 or 3 watchtowers. So we'll get that built up and we'll try to figure out a cute little design to add to it. Sometimes when I'm building, I don't always consider that things might look a little bit weird. Like for instance, where this tower meets the castle, it makes this little weird corner. Well, I'm not going to worry too much about that, because once it's all done and I get started with the plants, the flowers, adding in rocks, it's gonna look much different and less weird. I'm very cautious when it comes to balance to a build, so that tower's going really nicely with the main part of the sandcastle. You can see the little entrance that I have for the door, well, the cabinet that's gonna be a door. I also have to place and remove a sand block over every single dirt block that you see in order to change the whole row into sand. So that's going to take me quite some time too. It's a little bit annoying, but you got to put the work in. I'd say that with everything I've done so far, I've been working on it probably about 2.5 hours, maybe even 3 hours so far. But it's a lot of fun. Dinkum is really one of those games that you get started and you just get lost and lose all track of time. Sometimes I play for like 3-4 hours and it feels like I just sat down and it's been 15 minutes. But what you create during that time, you can create some pretty amazing looking things. You've just got to find what inspires you and run with it. I'm trying to make this look like a heart, but since it's a sandcastle and the beach, it can be a heart, or we can just say that it's a clam. I've gone with the mushroom tile because it kind of looks scaly and, you know, it's kind of like mermaidy. I just think it fits. It looks so nice. Look at the clam. So I changed all the dirt into sand and I've added a second tower. In between the 2 towers and on this side, we're going to build, well, it was going to be another heart shape type thing, but it didn't really work out. So the new ideal behind it, like I said, since these tiles kind of look like mermaid scales and it's very pretty, we're going to build another clam, a bigger version of a clam. It's going to kind of look like it's open and that there's a pearl inside. So let's see what kind of shape and stuff we can figure out for that. And I guess we're just going to have to see what it turns into. I go through a lot of trial and error when building, because I never have a plan really. I just start and things happen. Sometimes they're ugly and I can turn them into nice things. Sometimes I have to take it all down and start fresh. But if you enjoy doing it, there's really no harm. In the end, it doesn't really matter. All that really matters is that you like what you built and that you had fun doing it. don't mind me. I forgot to dig out the bottom of the clam, so we're just gonna do that right quick. I think I'm gonna add red tiles to the floor and the top dirt part of the clam to make it look like the inside of the clam, and I'll probably use the marble tiles as the pearl. Oh, it's gonna look so pretty. So, I was thinking of calling this place the Seaside Sandcastle of Secrets. And it just so happens that I have another secret. I found another very useful mod that I use for building and very special occasions. It uses an item that's already in the game and gives it another purpose instead of just straight profit. Let me show you. With the Move Rocks and Stuff mod, we're able to preserve the bottle trees. Instead of cutting them down, just grab an old tire, pick up the trees, and move them. It's that simple. Keep adding in more decorations, rocks, greenery, whatever you want, really. The possibilities are endless. And remember what I said when building, to take a step back so you can see things and visualize where you need balance. Once I'm finished with the rocky sceneries, I'll go ahead and change all the dirt into sand. The clam's looking really good since we added the pearl, so we'll finish off this side with some greenery and lighting, and then this side will be complete. Then we can take a look at the final design of the clam and everything, and the inside of the castle. Yes, it is accessible. Adding in the greenery I find is really what sets a build apart. It just makes it look so nice. Once the wattled bushes and the bottled brush bush grow, we'll have some pops of red and some yellow throughout there as well. I added some of the red tiles and different tiles over here just to kind of get a color palette going. I was hoping that the red tiles could be a little bit like coral, maybe the blue ones as well. We'll have to see about that. But this is the entrance. Isn't it so pretty with the flowers? I have to add some more things like lily pads and really get the whole section leading up to the castle nice, but this is what it looks like. The different tiles, like I said, makes it kind of look like wet sand. There's the cabinet that I'm using for the door, that it looks like a door. So that side's blocked off with bushes. Once those grow in, you won't be able to see. But over here is like a little sneaky way into the castle. I haven't a clue what I'm gonna put on the inside. I set up some little stations around. I thought maybe I could use this section right here to like lay some stuff out. So I dropped like a pearl, an opal, one of the ruby shards, the emerald shards. I had them all set up, but then when I came back the next day, they kind of like sunk down into the sand, so it didn't really look nice. So I'm not really sure what I'm gonna put in here yet, but I made a staircase leading up to this watchtower with the clam or the heart, whatever you may see it as, which goes to the other tower. Back here, there's a little tiny section here that I thought I could, put something on display here. I thought about putting all of my firsts in the sandcastle. So like my first spear, my first pickaxe, everything that I used early on, kind of like little mementos. I'll probably have to resort to using signs like I did in the storage area. That way I can put each item on the wall. The second watchtower, I'm not really sure what I designed here. It could be, I don't know, the Loch Ness Monster head? Who knows? But I thought it was kind of cool. It's a little weird design up here for the second watchtower. The third watchtower isn't complete yet. The structure is done, but there's still a bunch of dirt that I have to replace, make it into sand. But this is what it looks like, guys. What do you think? Look at that pearl. I really like the way it turned out. It adds a nice visual to the summer section. We'll add some more things around. I'm not going to tell you what they are yet, but all summer themed. I can't wait. What do you think? I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, consider leaving a like and a comment down below. And don't forget to subscribe to see more awesome creations. Have a great day, guys. See you later.